Hi again. Our users have asked us for a more of a project-based tutorial, and we've been considering this, doing some paintings of a few projects that we've had in mind. And what we have here is a couple of acrylic paintings that we would like to go in and try to duplicate in Howler. So we've sorted it down to just a handful of these paintings. We have this fruit one, but since we've done fruit before, I went ahead and eliminated that one. Made a beautiful log screen though, so some good came out of it. And somebody told me this looked like an American flag in the background, so I decided not to do that one. So we ended up with this painting here, which was loosely inspired by Ruidoso, New Mexico. Not a specific place, but kind of an inspiration anyways. And what we're going to do is go into Howler in the coming days and weeks and try to make a more or less a duplicate of what we've done here. We're going to use the same types of techniques we used in creating this in acrylic and try to duplicate that in Howler. The first thing we'll probably want to do once we get started is try to decide what type of palettes and what type of tools we use to create this, and then how to go about duplicating that. So let's take a quick look at this. You can see by looking at some of the up-close photos, this was done. Some of this was done with a palette knife, and some of this was just done with basic brushes, like round brushes and just simple brush techniques. It's nothing really profoundly detailed until you zoom away on it, and you get the idea of the entire picture. Alright, we do know what pigments we used because we have them sitting here in a bag in front of us, and I can tell you what those were. And starting from left to right, we had some rose madder, that's permanent rose, some alizarin crimson, some vermilion, some burnt sienna, raw umber, some yellow ochre, some cad-medium yellow, some lemon yellow, hooker's green, cobalt blue, Prussian blue, and don't let me choke on this one, the phthalocyanine blue, phthalocyanine blue, excuse me. Alright, and we also had some ultramarine blue. So those are the pigments. We had also white, titanium white, and some basic Liquitex gesso. We also had all of our pigments were either Liquitex Heavy Body or some Winsor Newton Galleria acrylics. Most of them were the heavy bodies. And for brushes, we had an assortment of filberts, rounds, and wedges that have been worn out to the point of being interesting shapes. Those tend to be my favorite. Alright, so now that we know what our tools are, in our next tutorial we'll want to go and look in our painting and set up a palette of the specific pigments we want to use. As I said, we know what most of them are, so that'll help us a lot. One thing I remember in this painting is that the sky was originally painted with a pigment that was sort of low quality, so I went and put a higher quality pigment on top of it. That is one case where I mixed white with the pigment. Most of this is painted without the use of white. So in the next tutorial, we'll go ahead and start picking our palette and get to work. So thanks for watching.